Hello there! It's time to listen to some music that I made several years ago and talk a little bit English. Let's see here. Now we're going forward with the webcam and it's tilted, so I'm gonna fix it. Okay. Hello. It's time for another album to be desecrated. No, it's not the right word, right? Let's talk about it anyway. So we've come up to, let's see, the 10th video in the series. Although I'm starting to do one series that's English and for the English songs, and then one series for the Swedish. It's the shortest one. No, it's not the shortest one. There's one single here also, but yeah, let's just not waste too much time just talking and start listening. So the story, I have to talk a little bit about it. I made this album that I talked about last time in this series, the English version, with my friends. Our band Mutual Edification made this in the pre-summer of 2004, and in the summer we had some gigs. We were going to play in front of people at different places, and most gigs got cancelled, and it was kind of a devastating time for me because we had put in so much practice and we sounded kind of great, sounded better live than we did on this EP here. Of course, with a live drummer instead of just a Mudplug drummer that I programmed myself. So that was that time, and the summer was kind of I really felt a bit betrayed, because I really thought that something was going to happen, and then nothing really happened. And I was about to go to a school in another city and leave the city that I've grown up in, and the whole new episode in my life was about to take place. And so I started to finish the loose ends of my music, because I felt like now I'm gonna leave this part behind, this part of my life behind. So I did this album just to free up the ideas that I had, and some old songs that I haven't really recorded before. And it was about this time that I started to really think about the actual recordings, and how to treat the audio in a little better way than I did before, because all the guitars was off tune here and here, and here I tried to do a little bit stuff that I didn't really know how to do. So it was hard to really do something. Now I've talked a lot. Let's just listen to the first song.
becomes with life voluntary, it will develop involuntary solutions to fill life's meaning.
You are not as stone as a heart. You just need some love. Touch your most sensitive part. Let the healing start.
The involuntary solutions that this being will develop that we talked about could not only be dangerous in the ways of acts, but it could also change the whole personality of this being to something that it really isn't.
You are not as stone as a heart.
Well, so I recorded this with a Modplug Tracker drum, so and it's still Cool Edit as the mixing program. So you couldn't really switch between takes or anything. So even if the guitar doesn't really do its everything perfect, I think it's a kind of a good I played it kind of well, I'm not a pure guitarist or bassist or vocalist. I like to do a little bit of everything, and yeah. So the arrangements, I think, is great in all these three songs. Really felt that I went into like this creative place in my mind where I just needed to do something. I think it was like the leftovers of all the creative things that I started to develop in my mind when we played with Mutalification, and then when the band just kind of flopped that summer, I felt like I just need to continue create and make something. Yeah, and I think that these songs are well written, and they are not like this zealous Christian fanatic songs or anything. It's like more lyrics that makes you think, but you don't feel like attacked in the same way that some of my older lyrics were pushing towards. So I think that it's a step in the right direction in the ways of writing songs, even if this first case sensitive song is I'm talking in the verses because there's so much lyrics that I didn't know how to sing that part. For the recordings, or rather the mixes, the guitars or the comp guitar is kind of boring and like a mono part that's just placed above the bass. I really wished that I could record several takes and put them in different directions stereo wise, it would have given the songs much more depth and vibe, I think. And the drums, of course, are not worth talking about. I think it was sad that I didn't have anything better, no better programs or ways to do drums. That has been my problem throughout the years, that I haven't had a good way to present my ideas even, because all my drum samples have been bad. So, but it's a cool song, and it's I'm trying to add these strings, and I think that I did quite a good job with it.
You just need some love and touch your sensitive part and let the feeling through.
You can feel the potential of the song, and the arrangement is great, but the drums and the sound is like ruining it a bit. And I think that I was quite good at singing at the time, so the high-pitched vocals in the choruses, I'm pretty pleased with that one. In this song I have a lot of emotion, so it's I think this is the most important song on this.
Oh, unsatisfied heart, give me some relief. You crave the touch to be set free. I knew him above, I was able to love until the passion turned away from me. What you give, you can't return. I gave all to what I yearned for. I got no love back from the world. I was able to live, I was able to give until the passion turned away from me. You, who I love, live inside me. Don't I deserve you set me free?
Yeah, so I realized that the titles says Mutual Axle here because I didn't know the name for my own project. I felt like it wasn't Mutual Edification anymore because we started this band, and the other members weren't there, so I had to do like my own thing with these songs, and then yeah, I just took that name because whatever, like. But I put it up out on the net, and I think I've released it in the name of Gammis, which is a mistake because the Gammis author, the artist, is supposed to be like Swedish fun-loving pop rock songs, and not these kind of wannabe metal hard rock arrangements in English. So it should be detached ignorance that releases these songs, but I think that I will, at least with passion, I will remake that song and do it the way that I like to do these kind of songs now, with a much more powerful drums, and the guitars, not this high pitched, like it feels like there's too much screamy guitar sounds in like the 5K area in the frequencies, and then there's nothing in the bass register at all. And of course you can hear the bass easily and the guitars easily, even if they play simultaneously, but they don't glue together almost anything at some points, and the sound doesn't really do it for me, I think.
Unsatisfied heart, give me some relief.
You can hear when the synthesizer sound like goes down in the lower parts. There's like something happening inside my earphones that's like, what's this? And that's like the low end. It touches the low end, like go out and dig the listener out of the shell, because there's no low end at all, not in the drums and not in the bass. It's like laying there at 200 hertz and above, but nothing below. It seems like it's a weird feeling, when the synthesizer goes down like that. Yeah, so it the mix leaves a little bit. Yeah, but the song is okay, I didn't know better when I released it, and it's like it's out there on the net, and yeah, I think that it's a okay song, so I'm not feeling bad about releasing these.
You crave the touch.
Of course, you need to be like a little bit of a music nerd to like realize the beauty of the song. But the sound is like a little bit halting. People who just want to listen to something that sounds great, they will just make it great.
I got no love back from the world. I've been able to live, but I've been able to give until the past has turned away from me. Until I'm close to you, who I love.
Stuck in your shirt, just going through again. Leaving your sensitive part. How can it be that you're not open for other people's thought? What's the point with going out there if you're just like a wall? Are you afraid of making a fool of yourself? People see you and the point with all your words if you'd rather be at home. Just like a knife, cut my young heart to pieces. This ain't absurd that I deserved. All time I got in you this. You run from the pain, won't free to blame. This life that God has gave me. What should I do? Tucking in my shirt, suppress my crying heart. No, I won't lie, I'd rather die. It's time for truth to start.
Yeah, the lyrics is like still handling, you know, I was living in December, in the end of December, before I was leaving for the school. I was living in my father's, not the attic, but you know, the one. In the lower part of the house. I'm missing the name. Whatever. I was living in my father's house, and I was used to live in my own apartment, and suddenly I was like back at like how I lived a couple of years ago at my mother's, and something made me like, it felt like it crawled something under my skin the whole summer, you know. I mean, you just need to get out of this place, and I started to like process, you know, the whole my whole life and and my childhood and all the things, and I guess I needed to sing about how I felt that my parents had treated me, and this song is about what to do about it. Should I just like try to ignore everything and just go forth with my life, or can I like accept it and go forth with my life and let God be judge, like I'm singing in the chorus? Not that I need to judge other people, but I can tell them how I feel when something happens, but I'm not the judge, and I don't need to take responsibility of what's wrong and right. I just need to go forth with my life, you know, and accept the way things really are. That was a kind of good start for leaving for a new town and a new place, a new chapter in life, you know. So I think, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't never write these songs today, I guess, but at the time, that was what I was thinking about. So I think I did a good job with the message here. This part is fun.
conclusion is this: do not just forget what I missed. I must work and search for the pain, and then when I finally believe it's in vain. To leave your sins at the cross is to leave your whole life in God's hand. But how can you leave something there if you ran all your life and forget where it's at? The struggle of man is so true. I just can't believe that God loves you. So let me struggle with this till I'm done, and then see when I'm there that God already
Yeah, I love that lyric part. I just can't believe that God loves you, so let me struggle with this for a while, and then when I'm there, I can see that God already won. It's a smart lyric, I think. Yeah, the sound is really weird, but I feel like sometimes the guitars are like placed in panned differently, and they give each other space, and they give the song a little bit more space and greater feel, I think, when that happens. So I'm starting to get there, the, the ideas of mixing is starting to get to me at this point in 2004. I'm realizing that I can do a lot of things. I had no school. There was no YouTube where you could see other people's ideas and like take great ideas from other people just and copy them. Or I wasn't. If I would have been smart at this time, I would have like started in a music school and like try to get schooled in producing music. Was a really stupid thing not to do that. But hey, whatever. Um, yeah, this song "Tuck in Your Shirt," I put it on YouTube, and I took like the whole title is "Tuck in Your Shirt," and I guess that people need to look up stuff like that because the song had a lot of dislikes at one point, and I was like, why? And then okay, because people are actually searching on YouTube on how to tuck in their shirts, and on the picture on the song there's like a shirt, and you just see a tie and a shirt, and then tuck in your shirt, like wow. So people actually searched it up, and then when they looked, they heard this weird rock song, and like what is this? So I guess that it wasn't clickbait or anything, but I didn't really realize how to present myself, and I didn't even have an artist name for this project, so I just named it "Tuck in Your Shirt," and not like it was obvious that there was a song involved. Okay, so this was the Case Sensitive EP. Yeah, it means a lot to me because it's like another try to stand on my own 2 feet and make real music, or so to speak. And the Breaking Through was my first try at this, where I really went into my own studio and you're like, now we're gonna do a great album. And these here other albums after was kind of a way to close out all of the ideas and projects that I had before. And the Chain Reaction one was with my friends, so it was really we did it together, and that was a really great feeling, not to just do everything on my own every time. But I can't really take the whole credit then, and yeah, here I did give it my all, and yeah, the sound isn't not great, but the arrangement of the songs is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So see you next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.